Small businesses that use technology grow faster, profit more, and hire more workers compared to other small businesses. And those are among the key findings of a new report by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. To give us more insight into how technology is impacting small businesses is Jordan Crenshaw, and Jordan is the Vice President of U.S. Chamber of Commerce Technology Engagement Center. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Doing well. Good morning.
So, Jordan, let's get into this, and let's start about the finding that you guys have come up with this information.
So what we found is that technology platforms are critical to small business growth and survival. According to our findings, we found that 86% of small businesses nationwide said technology helped their business survive the pandemic. And now that we're dealing with the challenge of rampant inflation, nearly 3 in 4 small businesses agree that tech platforms help them limit cost increases and handle supply chain difficulties. So whether it's the uses of things like digital ads, business software, or delivery apps, there's some real economic benefits. And what we found in particular for Arizona is that small businesses using tech support 1 million jobs. And what we also found that was 85% of small businesses in Arizona believe that technology helped their business compete with larger companies. So at a time like this, it's important to say that tech is a tremendous force for good for America's small business owners.
I'll tell you, and technology goes a lot of different ways. And so let's talk about how social media, financial, tech, and apps are helping small businesses.
So social media, for example, is helping small businesses either connect through live feeds or digital advertising or direct posts. In fact, we found 92% of small businesses said social media helped them find new customers to direct their products to. Things like delivery apps are connecting small businesses like restaurants and grocery stores to new customers. And in fact, that's actually helping drive up job growth. In fact, 73% of small businesses that use delivery apps said that they actually grew their workforce. Another area to look at too is payment apps. We've been to a farmer's market or we've been to a food truck and noticed that they're now using things like Square and other digital payment services to help out consumers get access to their products and services in an increasingly cashless society. And one of the points we found out was that 80% of Americans in the last month alone have actually used a payment app.
Oh, wow. And we know about, of course, how technology is helping women and minority-owned small businesses. And how is that working?
So what we found is that tech is really helping drive entrepreneurial inclusion and leveling the playing field. And what we noticed in our survey results was that minority-owned small businesses that use 6 or more tech platforms actually experienced higher sales growth between 2020 and 2022 compared to their peers who use significantly less tech. Same is true in the case of small businesses owned by women. Those who are high adopters of tech were able to hire more workers than their less enthusiastic tech counterparts.
All right, we're hearing about, of course, legislation that is being aimed towards big tech, but how is that going to affect the small businesses?
So that's a great question. And there are a lot of bills going through Washington right now that are advertised as being against big tech, but actually still directly regulate small business or impact them in a way that harms their business operations potentially. Right now, there currently is data privacy legislation that's going through Capitol Hill that if we don't get that right, that could cut off much needed digital advertising for small businesses that they need to compete. And one of the things that we found in our report was that 4 in 5 small businesses are worried that limiting access to data will harm their business operations. So that's a real wake-up call and a signal to DC that we need really sound policies around tech that aren't just geared toward a few tech companies, but really take into consideration all different sectors and sizes of companies. And a few examples include, we need a true, real national data privacy law that considers small business and protects consumers. We need to focus on upskilling the workforce and getting them ready for the digital economy. And another thing is, I mentioned gig economy companies, is we need to keep that flexible work environment in place that has been a lifeline, not only for those gig economy workers, but also for the small businesses that relied upon them during the pandemic. So we need to make sure we get policy right.
Yeah, Jordan, this is also important for people who are already with small businesses or people who are looking to start small businesses. And so where can they go get more information on what we've been talking about?
So if you want to learn more about the details of our report, or if you want to see any more of the policy recommendations that we make, I encourage you to visit our website at americaninnovators.com.
Perfect. Jordan, thank you very much for bringing this to us.
Thank you very much as well.